Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to PHLY Flyers Pregame, presented by Bet365. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the evening. Joining me live in the Xfinity studio, it is Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle. What's going on tonight, Hanks?
We are 60 hockey minutes away from a blissful 2 weeks without this team.
19 days between games. And if a team and its fan base ever needed a break, this is some real Ross and Rachel stuff here.
Yes, you're having a fight.
We all just need some time away.
We all just need some time.
And of course, it's Claude Giroux coming into town tonight to just kind of
ex-boyfriend's here.
Yeah, just to bid us farewell. It's not like things are going great for the Sens either, but we do have one more game here before the break, and this team needs it. You see how it's gone lately. They were able to at least come back and get a point out of the Kings game. They beat the Caps the other day, but it's not as if things are going great here in Flyerland. I have ditched the playoff hopes for Tankathon, which we will do in post-game tonight.
Heck yes.
Barring a victory, of course. I don't want to do it after wins yet, but we'll see how this goes.
I respect it.
But it's just, I'm looking forward to watching the Olympics, seeing some best on best, or at least best on best out of everyone who's healthy.
Yeah.
Just watching some good hockey, remembering like, oh, this is fun. It's good. And
Curling?
yeah, and hopefully the Flyers come back healthy. Hopefully Michkov comes back on a tear, all that stuff. But yeah, curling's always great too.
While you and Charlie are on vacay, me and Steve are going to turn this into a curling podcast.
Please do.
Just so you know.
Absolutely, please do. There will be one of Charlie or I every show during the break. But we will have a few days off.
We got a full hijack.
We will have some full days off here and there. So we'll see how that goes. But if you care to turn it into a curling podcast, quite honestly, what are we going to talk about the Flyers every day?
I can't imagine.
I mean, we do. We do in the summer, so I guess we should anyway. Sometimes we talk movies and stuff. Yeah. But let us get to tonight's game, the final game before the Olympic break, Kelly. And it will be Dan Vladar closing out this, I guess, the 56th game of the season. Headed into this break, he is 17-8-5 with a 249 goals against and a 904 save percentage. He will be representing Czechia, one of their three goaltenders. It'll be interesting to see how they work that rotation because they have three pretty decent goalies.
I know.
He's got the best save percentage by one. I think one of the guys has a 903.
Sucks.
He's like fourth in wins. He's got the best goals against, but it's all they have three pretty decent goalies. So we'll see.
He gets a little bit of action.
Yeah, Vemelka leads the league in wins. Obviously, leads all Czech goalies in wins. Dostal was probably going to be their starter coming into the year, and he hasn't had the best season. But we'll see. He's hopefully he's gets through tonight's game unscathed and can go represent Czechia over there in the Olympics. But he's making his 32nd start of the year. He has made one start against the Sens this year. He stopped 31 of 33 in that 2-1 loss to Ottawa in October when Forster scored 29 seconds in, and then Ullmark pitched a 59-minute and 31-second shutout after that.
No, I remember.
So this is that was actually the second most saves Vladar made in a game. He's had 32 four times and 31 that night. So it'll be Dan Vladar in between the pipes for the Flyers tonight. And the lineup basically going to be what it has been. I believe we are still awaiting line rushes for confirmation, but it will be Hathaway in for Delorier today. So
big switch there.
Yeah, big switch. But I assume things are going to remain as they have been, as they have looked fairly decent, or at least a couple of lines each game have been like, all right, there's might be something here. Let's see if we can keep this together and grow.
Plus, they finally got a win last game, so you would have to imagine that they're going to keep most everything exactly the same.
I will say one thing I have really liked about Rick Tocchet this year is he hasn't done the, well, we won, we can't break this thing up. Like, you know who, like, I don't think Delorier's 6 minutes were the difference.
I mean, at least he knows that.
Like, listen, that's, we've been through a lot of coaches who have been like, yeah, we're not breaking up this winning lineup, even though it's not like our ideal lineup. So he did make that switch, although we'll talk about that in the next segment, Kelly. I guess I am just, looking for now with, okay, you got 19 days off. Most of the guys, Sanheim's going, Risto's going. I don't know if Rodrigo Abels is actually going to get to go, but he's been injured.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His leg's pretty.
I mean, if he wants to, like,
I guess if he wants to book a flight to Italy, like, go hang out with
I don't know how injured he actually is. He like broke his leg,
I think he
right?
broke his leg.
Yeah, that's probably not something he can play through.
Uh-uh.
But it's we got a couple of guys headed to the Olympics, but I am looking for the team, and maybe Matvei Michkov especially, to just be like, I know we're all worn down by the season. I know things haven't been going great, but like, just give us an entertaining hockey game tonight. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. Leave it out there. You got plenty of time to rest and relax for the most part. Even like Travis Sanheim, I'm not expecting him to play a ton in the Olympics.
Yeah, probably not. Because as we said 100 times, unfortunately for him, it's Canada.
Yeah.
Where 95% of the country plays hockey. I'm kind of hoping that they make things a little bit easier on Dan Vladar, because he had to make some real 10-bell saves in that Caps game.
He really did.
And I was getting a little nervous that he was going to hurt himself. And I really, at this point, like, this game doesn't really matter. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I would rather see Dan Vladar get to play in the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just want like an entertaining game more than anything.
Right. Like, maybe don't stretch out the groin. Like, just let it go in.
And we do have, courtesy of our own Charlie O'Connor down there at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, we do have confirmation lines are going to be basically what we've seen lately. Dvorak, Konechny, Grabenkin, Zegras centering Tippett and Barkey, Cates with Michkov and Brink, and then that nominal fourth line of Coots, Grundstrom, and Hathaway. But as we've seen, they're basically using 10 top 9 forwards. They're mixing Couturier in. Like, he's the fourth line guy, but he played 16 minutes the other night. So it's not as if that's really, maybe with Grundstrom and Hathaway, like, that's a little different than D'Lo. But it's probably going to be more of the mix and match that we have seen. Zegras is the center, but sometimes he's going to be out there on the wing, and Coots is going to be centering with Konechny, stuff like that. And then let's just get to this defense conversation, because that's going to be the bulk of, I think, tonight's pregame. Sanheim, Risto, York, Drysdale, and then Sealer, Juleson. This will mark the 5th straight game that Emil Andrae will not be playing in. And Charlie O'Connor tweeted about this today. Rick Tocchet says Andrae remains out. The coach spoke with Todd Reardon, who runs the defense, and he really wanted to keep the current PK groups together, so they didn't make a change to the decor as a result.
Like that deflection there.
Now, there's a number of things I want to get to with this. First, like, just on the face of it. You know what? In these 4 games, and the PK had been struggling, it's been up and down this year. In these 4 games, the penalty kill is 7 for 7. Yeah. That's good, because it had sucked for a little while.
Yes.
Noah Juleson's 5th in the rotation. We have the shorthanded. We have the shorthanded time on ice that these guys have played in these last 4 games. In total, over these 4 games, Juleson has played 1:51. That's like 30 seconds a game. He's basically playing 1 shift. Shorthanded time, 28 seconds per game. Shorthanded. Now, to be fair,
It's been a while since we've done
it has been. Yeah. In these 4 games, the top 4 PKD men have only taken a total of 2 penalties. So if Sanheim or Risto or whatever is in the box, then Juleson obviously gets bumped up into the rotation. And by no means am I suggesting Emil Andrae belongs on the penalty kill. In the few times he's been out there this year, as you see, 28 seconds per game, 1 shift per game, basically. I think he played like 4 seconds in the last one. That's you can figure it out. You can figure it out if Juleson were to come out of this lineup. And my issue isn't even Juleson playing at this point, whatever.
Yeah.
Because if they've made the determination, Emil Andrae just kind of isn't it. We're going to go with York. We like what we're seeing out of Drysdale, and we don't want 3 guys who are smaller, less physical defensemen. I get it. I fully get it. I don't know if you can have like a playoff defense that consists of those 3 guys. I understand.
Yeah, it would be rough.
1, playoffs? Like, you should just kind of get him out there. 2, he's missed now 5 straight games, Emil Andrae has, and we're about to have basically a month off.
Yeah.
He last played on January 26th. The Flyers' next game after tonight, February 25th. That is a month. He will miss a month. And in case you're wondering, because I asked Charlie this today, I was like, can they send him down? Waiver exempt, Emil Andrae is. I had forgotten about that. This just bothers me, not because, like, listen, if he's not the guy, fine. Find someone who is. Find someone who is or could potentially be. I don't know if it's Bonk. I don't know if it's Hunter McDonald. I don't care. Someone who could potentially take these minutes, and it's an investment in the future, as we talked about with Tocchet and Keith Jones just a few days ago. The balance of trying to win today versus, hey, man, does that really matter? Like, on the face of it, truly. And I wanted playoff hockey. And if they come out and tear it up and they're like 15-5-5 out of the break or whatever, make the playoffs, cool. I'll be happy watching playoff hockey.
Yeah.
But, like, does it really matter?
No, it doesn't. And also just, like, the idea that Noah Juulsen is a real cog in the wheel, like, that's really why you're winning games, is because of the Sealer-Juulsen combo. And you simply can't do without that.
He is, at best, a third-pair defenseman. In all reality, he's a 7. Like, he's the guy you throw in, and it worked fine in the first half when Risto was out. He actually, I think, played a lot better than we were expecting. But now it's just too much. He's been exposed. He's not getting very much ice time. And again, like, even in the PK where it's just shot blocking and try to, like, protect the front of the net, he doesn't get in there all that often, especially during this run where the PK has been good. And Charlie suggested something on Twitter that I hadn't even thought of. It didn't cross my mind until he said it. We just went over the fourth line, right? What's the point? Again, like, if Coots is going to basically be a top 9 forward, but a 10th guy, and he's just mixing in, and we're just getting Grundstrom and Hathaway and D'Lo, whoever's in that day, on the ice, it's not ideal.
You suggesting that Hathaway's 4 minutes aren't going to be
11 forwards, 7 defensemen? Yeah. Again, not ideal, but they're about to have a ton of time off. These guys are going to be tired after the game. Yeah. Well, guess what? 19 days to rest for all but one of them. Yeah. Like, maybe you just kind of get by and you play this player who I haven't been overly enthused with Emil Andrae. This isn't me banging the table like, you know, we're screwing Shane Gostisbehere here. He's clearly not that.
No.
I do think maybe he doesn't have the offensive skill to make up for the lack of size, to make up for whatever defensive shortcomings he might have. Fine. If we've made that determination,
send him down.
That means we got to, like, play him and trade him.
Yeah.
Like, you got to figure something else out here, because this does nothing for the future other than this guy who did show promise at one point. And while, again, he hasn't been good lately, that pair with Andrae and Drysdale was effective earlier in the season. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing a rotation of 7 defensemen. Just something to try to get this guy in a lineup, because, again, no longer waiver exempt. They'd have to waive him to send him down.
Yeah, and then you have the not to take it here already, the annoying comments where it's like, yeah, we really want to get him into a game. And it's like,
get him into a game.
Hey, bud, whose decision is it to put him in or not? I'm fairly sure that's your, apparently Todd Reardon, not Rick Tocchet. Okay. Yeah, Andrae, I feel like at this point, it's kind of obvious that he's going to be just a guy.
If he's the odd man out, that's fine. Yeah,
there were some flashes. Maybe he's going to be something. I think he's just a guy, and that's fine. If you're done with him, you should either send him down so that he can continue to play hockey, and then if you need an injury call-up, there he is, but he's not, like, rusted in the press box for 6 months or whatever. Or, like you said, get him some minutes so you can maybe have him as part of a package that you're trying to put together for another player. But, like, having him in the press box is doing literally nothing for player or team.
Yeah, I just don't really, like, this is just something, and again, this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but it just doesn't, to me, make a ton of sense. Like, when you're looking at doing this rebuild, whatever you want to call it, because I know when we say that, half the people, it's not really rebuild, whatever, I don't care. Whatever they're doing, when you're doing it the way they're doing it, you're going to have a lot of, like, advantages on the margins.
Yeah.
And having an Andrae with some value.
Right.
Like, to throw into a trade to be another guy, because guess what? At the very least, he can help your AHL team. He can be a good call-up if you need a power play guy when you lose that dude and you don't have another one in your lineup. Like, he could help a team somewhere if it's not here elsewhere. I just don't see how this helps anybody other than, like, yeah, it makes us feel good to have bigger Juleson in there because he might hit somebody every now and then.
Like, I kind of wish they had said nothing about it, because the reasoning doesn't hold up to, like, any scrutiny whatsoever.
And
like,
just
say you like Juleson, dude. We already know that about you.
And the way this lineup is put together, as we saw with this fourth line, 11-7 actually might make sense.
Yeah.
Like, he is better than the forwards you're playing. When it comes down to it, dress your 18 best skaters. At this point right now, he's one of them. Hopefully one day they put together the defense that pleases them aesthetically and also is filled with 6 good players. But until then, like, it's kind of, if we are looking to win, I feel like dressing your 18 best skaters is the way to go. But it's just, this is more annoying than anything else.
It's a thing to talk about.
And it's just,
Emil Andrae has
it seems obvious.
Emil Andrae has 11 points on the season. Garnet Hathaway has 2.
Play him at wing.
Yeah.
Remember all that ghost wing stuff? Like, all right, we don't like small defensemen. How about a winger?
Yeah.
How about a winger? Like, I just...
Like that late game.
I find this to be just one of those... This isn't something... This doesn't seem correct to me.
It's also just, like, after the last couple of weeks and all of the things that have been building up, like, we as a fan base are very much in, like, we are going to pick apart every single thing that happens right now, every single thing that you say in the press, every single lineup decision you make. We're going to be picking it apart. It's why we need the break.
Yeah.
And this is just, the thing in this game that's easy to point at and be like, first of all, you didn't have to say out loud that you need Noah Juleson in order to have an effective penalty kill. That's dumb. You could have just said nothing about it. But also, like, it's stupid. Just put him in for one game.
Say it's lefty-righty. Like, if you're going to say something like, we want to be lefty-righty, and I'm fine.
That's
okay, Sanheim's back on the left now. He's playing with Risto. We have the pairs so that they're lefty-righty. Like, say that. There is the argument, like, I was trying to come up with other arguments in my mind, and it's, well, okay, for the penalty kill, it's not so much about, like, Juleson getting out there so much as we don't want to mix and match. Like, these are our pairs, and then there'll be different pairs on the PK or something. That would hold up for me if all of these guys haven't been teammates for years outside of Juleson. Like, Juleson is the one that some of these guys haven't played a ton with. Yeah. Everyone else, Andre's the newest dude, and he's been up and down for the last year. All the rest of them have been here for years.
Right.
They're capable of playing some shifts with each other.
Yeah, also they're professional hockey players.
So I saw that today, and I was like, you could have told me other things that would have maybe made more sense, but that didn't hold up.
No.
All right, on the other side, we're going to talk about the Ottawa Senators and their goaltending situation, which is reminiscent of the Flyers a few years ago, but we got to take our break. It's time to tell you about Xfinity, because I got to ask, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? Well, that's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense, and that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. There's no annual contract, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment is always included. Take it from me, a lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken. We hate contracts. Well, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Go Birds. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You know, Bet365 has over 90 million users worldwide. They live stream almost 800,000 events each year. And today, Bet365 offers the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 different sports. And with the Bet365 NHL early payout offer, you're a winner. If your team gains a 3-goal lead, you get an instant payout on straight bets, and your parlay selections are marked as winners. Whatever the moment, it's it's never ordinary at Bet365, and we have breaking news from our friends at Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, win or lose. All you gotta do, sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and in PA. If you or someone who has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, it's time. It's time to talk about the Ottawa Senators. Claude Giroux's Ottawa Senators in town tonight. Sens are 27, 22, and 7. They have 61 points in 56 games. They're in last place in the Atlantic Division after returning to the playoffs a year ago. And you see their numbers. Their power play good. They score. It's really, they get a ton of shots a game, almost 29. PK could be a lot better, but it really just comes down to goaltending. They give up over 3.25 goals per game. Like, you see, that's worse than the Flyers. They just really haven't been able to get goaltending this year. When Linus Ullmark has been in there, he has not been very good. He has killed the Flyers this year, Kelly. He has stopped 42 of 45 in 2 starts against the Flyers. He's 2-0 with a 146 and a 933. And for his career, 8-2-2 with a 915 against the Flyers. But we are in luck. Even though he has come back from his hiatus and made a couple of starts, and he has been pretty good. He stopped 40 of 43 starts, 40 of 43 shots. He's got an illness. So you'll never guess.
Flyers fever?
Yeah. You will never guess who is in net for the Ottawa Senators tonight. I did this to Kelly off the air, so she knows. It will be James Reimer. That's right. That James Reimer. It's not like his kid or anything. It's actually him. He'll turn 38 in a month, Kelly. He's making his 7th start of the season. He is 2-3-1 with a 322 goals against and an 861 save percentage. He's given up 4 goals in 4 of his 6 starts. He has not been good for them. He was completely available. He played in the Spengler Cup in Switzerland over the holidays. It was enough, his performance for Team Canada over there, to get a 1-game tryout with the Belleville Senators, after which he was called up. And now he has made 6 starts. Tonight will be his 7th. The Sens have used 5 goalies this season. 4 have started. They are still well shy of the 8 the Flyers used in 2018-19. But it's probably, when you see their goalies' numbers, they could very well get to 8 at some point. Man, you really see, I know we always say, like, it's all goaltending. That's what it comes down to. It's basically pinball out there. And if your goalie stops 91% of the shots, you're probably going to win.
Yeah.
But, like, man, this team is pretty good. Now, they've had some injuries. Brady Tkachuk has missed some time, but see Tim Stützle over a point a game. Drake Batherson having a good season. Jake Sanderson having a good season. Giroux is 5th on the team in scoring with 39 points in 56 games. Like, of their top 5 scorers, 1 has missed a game this year. Like, it's they're having otherwise a good season, but the goaltending is so bad. They are in last place by a percentage points, by tiebreakers behind the Florida Panthers. It's just killing them this year. And I gotta hope this is it. Like, this is, like I said, I want to see a big game out of certain Flyers tonight. Like, man, I know maybe you're not in the best shape or whatever. We've been over it time and time again, but Mish, just throw pucks on net and try to pad them stats.
This seems like the game to do it. This is one of those things where the Flyers are either going to, like, put up 8 or, like, Reimer's going to get the first and last shutout of his season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got to throw everything at him.
Now, he was, like, Reimer.
Hit the net.
I hadn't even realized, like, last year in Buffalo, he was okay. He was okay for Detroit a couple of years ago. And by okay, I mean, like, over 900 save percentage. But it's just, it hasn't gone well for the guy who, like, didn't start with an NHL team this season and wasn't in the league until a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So this has to be a game for maybe some guys to get off the schneid. Maybe Sean Couturier,
maybe let's go.
Maybe a Noah Cates, some guys who are just really having trouble putting the puck in the net.
Yes.
Tonight might be a night where you can do that. And that takes us to our pregame picks. It's time for the Bet365 pregame picks. Sign up for Bet365. Use code PHLY365. Deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, whether your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus an NPA. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Well, we have a couple tonight. We're going to go with the classic Claude Giroux over half a point at plus 110. 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points in 11 career games against the Flyers. He has at least won in 10 of those 11. He has never been held without a point in a game in Philly as a Senator. 1 goal, 6 assists in 5 games in Philadelphia since he has left. We're going to take him over half a point because he's probably going to get one. And Matvei Michkov, we're going to go with the shots. We're going to go over 2.5 shots. He has 14 shots on goal in 5 career games against the Sens. That is almost exactly what we need on average. And he did have a little period there where he was shooting a ton. He had 4 straight games with at least 3 shots on goal going back to that Utah game. But recently, he hasn't, in his last 3, he hasn't gone over 2 shots on goal. But he has looked more confident in the last couple of games. I liked him carrying the puck to set up that Owen Tippett goal the other night. He's beaten Ullmark a couple times in his career. I didn't know Ullmark wasn't starting when I wrote this clearly. But I am just looking for him to be assertive. And, man, you can just... Don't take short shifts. Be out there and try to push through tonight because you got time to rest up and relax after this one.
Well, that's up to somebody else, Phil.
Well, there are times where he does come off the ice a little early.
See, I saw a Twitter user, and I can't fact check these things because I have neither the time nor the mental capacity to do so, that his on-the-fly changes weren't the short ones. It was the end. It was like the whistle changes where Tockett's pulling him off the ice. Those were the short ones.
They used to track zone starts a lot better than they did. Like, I wonder if it's like, and now we have a defensive zone face-off, so, like, he's not going to be out there for that if they can help it, unless, like, it's an icing and he can't get off or something. But whatever the issue is, tonight is the night. Leave it out there, kid, and let's get some shots on goal. And when you shoot, they tend to go in, so start shooting. Start shooting. All right, before we get to a couple of your super chats, I got to tell you about our DieHard sale. That's right, we have a sale going on for DieHard membership, 60% off, $32 for the whole year. All of ALLCITY is out at the Super Bowl right now. The absolute best coverage. If you haven't seen what Bo and EJ are doing out there, it's tremendous. To get access to all of our premium written content, you got to be a diehard. Sign up at allphly.com. You also get a free t-shirt, access to the Discord. Flyers fans, if you're looking for a social media alternative, our Discord is constantly popping with Flyers talk, and it's not all insane. So maybe you want to give that a look. Discount on merchant events. Scan that QR code on your screen or go to allphly.com to take advantage of this deal. Now let's get to your super chats. All right, a couple of them here to close it out. First one is from JH. Just says, Kelly Show.
What's up, JH?
I have enjoyed Sunday and 2 games this week. We are getting Kelly Shows. I've missed you, Hanks. Clearly the audience has missed you.
Well, just JH
as well. All right, and J.E. Frucione says, guys, too soon for a trade. No way can Dallas keep everyone. So in the summer, would you move Tippett, Luchenko, Andrae, and a first-round pick for Jason Robertson? We have wingers, but not left wingers. Thoughts?
Well, he's not even good enough to make the Olympic team, so, you know.
Listen,
get him for cheap.
I don't love giving up assets for more wingers. But if you are able to move a couple in order to bring in one who's like a 40-goal scorer, that would be cool. I do think the focus needs to be on a top pair defenseman and obviously a 1 and 2C.
Got to get Bobby Thomas.
But yeah, that's got to be like priority. But listen, if you have a chance to get a guy who can fill the net like Jason Robertson, unless your name's Bill Guerin, I think you got. I think you got to pounce on it.
Right.
You know, so you never know what a trade's going to cost. It's always the cost is never what you think.
No,
you know,
like the Panarin.
The Panarin trade was nothing.
No, it was like a bag of pucks.
And I get it. Like, hands tied a little, but so too were Chuck Fletcher's, who was like
Chris
objectively
Drury
bad at his
not
job.
Good at his job.
It really doesn't seem like
really bad.
All right, but yeah, we'll start talking about that stuff maybe during the break when we don't have games and stuff to talk about. All right. That is all the time we have for you on PHLY Flyers Pregame. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We're only at 53. Get us a little higher. I see there's a decent amount of you in here for pregame. Follow us right here in the PHLY Sports YouTube page. We will be live with postgame as soon as this goes final. Follow us on Twitter at PHLY_Flyers. And follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search PHLY Flyers. I'm Bill. That's Kelly. Thanks as always to Brenna. Let's go Flyers.
We all silly like the mayor.